Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. On another episode of Captain of Industry coming at ya. It's a good start. Groundwater has no water to water. We're fine. Ship is fully repaired. Excellent. That's right. We have a botched combat we just finished. And we're starting to run a little low on water, so let's pop these suckers back on. Let's pop the whole thing back on. We've been tussling a little bit with fuel oil. Nope. Fuel gas. I don't know why I keep calling it fuel oil. I think my brain is officially combusted. Anyway. We're moving through our sour water, which is nice. It means we're dumping way less. We're building more solar panels, which is... Ah, crap. I think I needed that. Well, it doesn't matter. We're building more solar panels, which is nice. That's been a slow process, just pushing forward a little bit there. We've regained all of our unity since last episode. Actually, we're getting pretty close to maximum. We have some things enabled, don't we? Yeah, we do. You are truck import on. I thought I changed this. Okay, well, there we go. That's slag. Which this is not getting rid of? It is getting rid of. Okay. And yeah, okay, so that should be going good. That's building us some poly. Silicon poly? Silicon poly. And that's being turned into other stuffs. More specifically, electronic circuits, which we need for other things. And yeah, I know housing is an issue. I can't build more settlements right now, so I'm just going to hang on to those extra people. I'm very sure they're unhappy. Is homelessness actually hurting our unity or anything? It isn't, which is interesting. I thought we'd take a unity hit because people were generally unhappy about being homeless? Maybe I don't understand homelessness. It's not a fun feeling. I think that's all that really needs to be said about that. I don't think I need to go into super amounts of detail. Okay, if all this is paused, this guy should be paused as well. It frees up some power and some workers. We're still not doing anything laboratory style because I need to go to data centers and I need to start ramping up all of that soonish. What I have right, though, is I'm starting to flatten the land and get more usable terrain in our immediate vicinity. So what I wanted was another path here, in addition to this path here in case I screw something up. So that cleans that out. I'm going to flatten this land out completely. I think we already have this designated at a level 2. We do 2+, which is safe. I'm happy with that. Most of the area is already a level 2, so that's cool. I can remove that up a bit. So we're going to fill this in flat. And then we're also going to fill this in flat. It gives me way more usable area for oil. We have limestone for days, which I'd like to do something about. But that's not a today thing. It's not really a today thing. That solar cell get built? It just did. Awesome. So we're looking at what? 20? 22 of these things? I'm liking it. What I'd love to do after we clear Crap Mountain down there, I'd like to come and push this out a bit and use this for more solar. Or power or something. But right now, it looks like things are feeling pretty good. We're doing all right on fuel gas. Hydrogen is being produced by cracking ammonia. Yep, which we're doing fine on. Yep, that's making hydrogen and nitrogen. Nitrogen I'm just burning off, I believe, yep. I don't have any uses for nitrogen around here, I don't think. I keep using the word cracking. Cracking's not the right word. But that's making chlorine. Yeah, hydrogen's not... Or hydrogen is being used. The nitrogen isn't. If I really wanted, hydrogen in a pinch could be used for fuel. Nitrogen, not so much. Is there anything else I need nitrogen for? Now that I think about it. Not liquid nitrogen. It's just nitrogen. There we are. Okay, so that's how to produce it. We could ship it over and use it as fertilizer. Oh, we could ship it over and use it for steel. The problem is the ammonia process doesn't really isn't consistent. Because once this is empty, this is kind of superfluous. I'm not going to get brokenhearted if this is empty or not to make the extra hydrogen. This is just saving me a lot of fuel gas at the cost of energy. But extra hydrogen, and I'm not cracking fuel gas into it, that's brilliant stuff. We have a fair amount of light oil I'd like to use more of. We have a fair amount of medium oil. A very fair amount, yeah. Looks like we're low on crude. So I can just pause all of that. I'm trying to just add more buildings as opposed to rely as heavily on Unity as we have. Speaking of Unity, there's a couple things I wouldn't mind to add more of. A food saver level 2 will ensure that the meat and the eggs and the corn and the vegetables and stuff like that will last longer, which means there's a lot less stuff I have to do to agriculture, and I can just leave that be. It's working, it's fine, it's no big deal. We could increase our recycling again. I really want to do fuel saver, but I'm not really itchy for that quite yet. Let's do a recycling increase level 1, or level 3 now. That'll help get us more scrap iron and more materials like that into the system. Low supply of fuel gas, high supply of light oil. Okay, well, we have this process we can Unity up. I'd like to gut this and move it over here and just make it its own deal eventually. Let's see here. Our diesel generators have been really nice. Diesel's a fine source of energy. It produces some air pollution, which is not grand, but it's helping us out in a pinch. Yep, that light oil has to get worked. And we've got enough stuff. Let's just upgrade that. These have already been upgraded. I think we haven't upgraded... Oh, wow, we've got a fair amount of heavy. Yeah, you're using hydrogen to make more naphtha. I need hydrogen for literally any heavy process. Any heavy processing whatsoever. We have a fair amount. Yep, cool. That makes me feel a little bit safer. Buffers can be really, really, really important, and they're essential as long as they don't affect throughput. That's kind of my 2 cents on it. It's good to have it in between intermediary products, because it also helps us detect any errors we're going to have or any issues of not having enough of something. It's a good indicator of, hey, you're low on stuff. By the way, this buffer is low. We can check for that. That's not a bad thing. We don't want so many buffers and buffers and buffers and buffers that it's actually impeding what we're doing. That's not great. So I'm actually going to pause this up again. Every 10 seconds or every 10 time units that this is not running, we're saving a boatload of fuel gas. So that's important. That's important. The silicon poly process, all of this needs to be gutted and doubled and tripled and everything in order for the next section of the data centers to be viable. What we've kind of done a little bit throughout the game is kind of cheesing it, right? Like to get to tier 2 vehicles, I bought a bunch of glass so I could get the parts and get more trucks, because trucks were a really bad issue for a while. That's fine to cheese us a couple of vehicles, but it's non-sustainable. That's not a great process to play. That's still cracking diesel to more naphtha. Naphtha is important. Looks like we're working through the light, which means we should have a fair amount of fuel gas. I'm amazed how well hydrogen is maintaining. I'm actually going to do this. Boop. Cool. Low supply of crude. That's fine. We've got... I mean, I worked through it intentionally to get through this medium gas. And now hopefully this... Yep, okay. We're still getting through. Still getting through. I'm a little defensive, a little protective, because I don't want this to turn into absolutely sideways nonsense. We need to protect ourselves from death spiraling, and I think I've explained death spiraling a couple of times. When you have a lot of dependent processes, just a lot of dependent systems that are doing a thing, what can happen is if one thing is lacking, then another thing becomes lacking because of it, and then another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing, and then what ultimately ends up is your people are suffering because there's a product they're relying on that they're not getting anymore, right? That's kind of the deal. But it looks like everything's flowing through well. We have a bunch of recyclables there. We have a bunch of biomass, tons of eggs, tons of meat. I'm glad I didn't break down and be like, I need to redo agriculture. Those 2 edicts in place are actually saving us a lot of time and energy. So that's grand. How's our underwater table? Or our water table? 60%? Nice. Okay. We can shift this over to more pumping, but I'm just going to let that blossom up a bit. How's Crap Mountain going here? Not bad. Could use a few more trucks. So who owns this process? You do. I want this kind of expedited, and we're stable right now. We have 38 idle trucks. 25 of them are assignable. 13 are idle in mining operations. So it could be we're actually full up on iron, I think I saw a second ago. Coffee is great. Coffee is great. Coffee is great. Hot cha. Okay, where were we? Yeah, so here's exactly what I mean. Like, we're full up on iron-ish, and trucks won't make a move unless it is a full transfer, something like that. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good there. I'm happy with that. High supply of sulfur. Raggy. Yep. I've already checked this 100 times, and I'm going to check it 100 times more. There's nothing else I can really use sulfur for. There it is. Rubber, acid, which we're already doing. I could use it to make slag, which I don't want. I could use it to make tofu and animal feed. That would be another protein product that our people would enjoy. I could turn ethanol into rubber? Interesting. Oh, maybe I should turn diesel into rubber. Otherwise, yeah, I could burn it, but that would be a lot of pollution. Now, I wonder what happens if we purposefully erode the land. It should be, yeah, it's dropping quite heavily. No imports, all exports. No imports, all exports. Oh, actually just off there. Off, on, good. Okay, and this is going to slowly work its way over. This doesn't need to be instantaneous. A level 2 belt is fine. Perfect, okay. Let's see here. Everything actually feels like we're at a decent equilibrium right now. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to immediately shoot myself in the face because I'm missing something, I'm sure of it. Let's get a little bit more of that. Let's get a little bit more of this. What comes next? Uranium would be cool. I was saving up. So let's take a look through the uranium thing. We've already done this like twice, but now it's time to, I think, just add the power, right? So I need, let me just, it doesn't matter. Let's see, a settling tank. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just pause the game and I'll just build a template of it. That'll make the math a little bit easier. It won't get built until I unpause or try to anyway. So this, oh god. 1 uranium rod every, oh, okay, that works. I need an enrichment plant. I think I need 4 enrichment plants or something. That'll make 3 every 60. I'll need some sort of a manufacturing system to turn the pellets into the casing. There, that's what I need. So put that to the top. I need 12 every 60. But this only takes in 0.3 every 60. So 1 every 180. 1. Okay, how many do you need? 36 for every 180. Make 6 of them. Okay. The math gets a little skewed now because of extra production. So let's see here. If we produce... Okay, so 2 every 60 because it's factored down, right? So this could actually feed like 6 reactors if run at full tilt. I'm not super interested in like full tilt, but that would be a really good start. So let's just say I want 1 uranium rod every 180. Or pellets. Golly, the math. So how much every 60? 12 every 60, so I need... Yep, I did need 4, so I did the math right on that. So it'd be 4 enrichment plants to give us 12 every 60. 12 every 60. And let's not worry about anything else. Let's just solidify the front end of this process, right? So let's see here. We need yellow cake and hydrogen fluoride. We need steel, which we have. Okay, hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen fluoride. Rock acid. Okay, so I should actually start collecting rocks somewhere. It doesn't really much matter where. We can always relocate this stuff later. But let's just say something like this. I don't know if I want that there or somewhere else. Again, it really doesn't much matter. I can always relocate stuff later. So here we go. Here's some resources. No imports. Yes. No. Hello. Hey. How you doing? Okay. Good. Good. You are rock. Imports. No exports. Rock. Full all the time. Right. So this is kind of where we're going to go through our old process. And we're going to clear out as much of the rock out of this as possible. So what can be dumped here? No rock. You can also assign to there, which will dump rock, right? So that takes care of this. We're effectively pulling out of this over here on the left. We're sifting out the rock, and then we're going to dump the rest of the crap down. That's kind of the idea. Modify if cannot dispose or notify. Nope, just that. Is dirt used for anything? Dirt. I don't see a recipe for dirt, so I'm going to assume no. Dirt floor is probably required for farming, if I had to guess. If I had to guess. Phew. And it's too damn big. Okay, see how the squares are like yellow? That shows me that I can place it here, but the placement itself is illegal. For some other reason, right? So if we just go to open terrain... it looks a little greener to me. Well, I guess the point is, this is a legal spot. It goes red because there's an issue. But I can't place here at all because garbage, right? Now, what about a greenhouse? Greenhouses are the same deal. Greenhouse level 2, same deal. Okay, so we need grass, green grass in order to do anything with farming. Make sense? Makes sense. Okay, so back to this, right? Hydrogen fluoride was rocks. Hopefully I've got the rocks part figured out. We'll start stockpiling some of that. Alright, and then it was acid. We already have acid. So that's good. Hydrogen fluoride, acid, slag. Okay, so, again, I don't know if I should be saving slag. Can I reform slag into rock or something to make this kind of a repeating process? Crushed slag. So, nope, that was easy. I also require something called yellow cake, which we dabbled a little bit in. This is going to produce that toxic slurry. Uranium ore crushed, which we can import. I can't mine uranium. And acid makes yellow cake and toxic slurry. Now, toxic slurry also requires... Oh, that also makes gold ore. Okay. This requires filter media, which I should be starting to make before we start any of this process. Filter media. Gravel, sand, and coal. Looks like it doesn't take long to make a lot of them, so that's cool. I'm going to guess gravel is crushed rock. Okay, rack. I can also turn gravel into sand. Okay, rocks and gravel just turned into a fairly high priority item. I'm just gonna let that naturally build. Okay, I spaced out. How do I make yellow? Yellow cake? In a what? In a settling tank. And you make 6 every 60. So where's a settling tank? Oh gosh, I'm just gonna search it. No. EL? Tank? Settling tank. It doesn't matter. Okay, so oh, nope. Hey, I need that. Thank you. Scram now. Thanks. I need 3 yellow cake per 60. This produces 6 yellow cake per 60, so I need 2 of these bad boys. And again, I'm just setting this up for a good idea of how many workers and how much power I need. There is a planning mode in this game, which is awesome. I never got the hang of it. I gave it a try, like when I was playing originally, to figure out garbage and mining and stuff. But I just like doing this. This is a little more direct for me, I think. Okay. Whew. Deep breaths, right? We got a lot going on here. Emergency cooling is deployed in case the reactor starts to overheat, and that typically happens when water's not supplied fast enough to be converted into steam. Emergency cooling is not mandatory, but is highly advised, as it provides extra protection and helps avoid any potential overheating. Considering the nature of this game, I'm going to just assume, which could be wrong, could be completely wrong, that overheating doesn't necessarily mean it's going to, what's the word? Go critical. It's not going to go critical. What's going to happen is it's going to shut down, and it's going to produce a ton of pollution or something, and that's a trade-off, right? The game handles pollution differently than I have seen in other games, which is completely fine. In like Factorio, you could build your heavy polluting stuff way, way far away, then train resources back and forth, and the pollution's over there, it's not at the main base. In other games like SimCity, SimCity 5 most recently, you can build certain structures to subvert or change over pollution into other stuff. In this case, pollution is just, if you produce it anywhere, it affects everything, which makes a lot of sense to me. I personally really like that. Power level. By dragging the orange slider to the right, you determine the desired power level maintained in the reactor. This affects the amount of steam the reactor generates and how fast it burns through the fuel. All the heat generated needs to be used. Any extra heat can slowly build up, eventually leading to reactor overheating. Basic reactors don't have automated power regulation, which makes their heat output fixed. I read that right. Advanced reactors can utilize computing to regulate their power level in an automated fashion, reducing fuel and water consumption. Okay, so is this at this level? We go higher. Is that? I don't know if that would change any of this. Okay. I'm just gonna unpause for a second. I don't think that changed anything. Nope. Hey, I'm not done with you. Come here. And it might not change anything until it's built. Anyway, back to story here, right? We need rocks. I'm starting to accumulate that. No big deal. We can make hydrogen fluoride and slag. So let's see. For power, I need 30, 30, 200, so 860, and nothing. So 860 kilowatts is absolutely manageable. That's not a big deal. For people force, I need 6, so that's 12. 14 times 4, this coffee doesn't have enough coffee in it, is 56. Plus 12 is 68. So 68 plus 200, 268 people. No, not 200. What? 80. Minus 200 plus 80. 148 people. We have the people force as well. So we're ready. Aside from the filtration, which I want to get through, and let's talk about that. Toxic slurry. We could dump it in the ocean. Adds a little water pollution. We could also filter it back into water and slag. Okay. Thing is, I need some rocks. I need the filter material for something else. Oh, this is also how we make the yellow cake and the hydrogen fluoride. Okay. Uranium ore crushed makes the yellow cake, and the hydrogen fluoride comes here. Yep. Okay. So we have the people power for it. That's not an issue. The only thing is, I'd like a little more solar so we have a bit more power as a boost. I'd like to get out of using diesel. the diesel jennies. They've been fine and they've been good, but I'd like to get out of that before I add another new power source. We're going to be adding a lot of draw. 200 some odd. So right now, if you take a look, we're kind of tipping into the top, and our diesel generators are running a little bit. So I'd like to get away from that before I ask for too much power. And then the issue is I got to turn this whole thing back on, which also wouldn't help me because this is burning through a lot of fuel gas. Is that running just perpetually? I thought it degraded after a while. Interesting. Huh, I wonder something. Okay, here I thought we hit some sort of an infinite loop or something. Like we had perpetual, like the flywheel's just going and going. It'll stop, I'm sure, if I unpause it. But I thought the energy degraded after a while. Slowly loses power if all their entities on the same shaft are idle. Okay, they're not idle, they're paused. So that's an interesting technicality we just found. Very interesting. Okay, I've been using a little bit of Unity to get a bit ahead on some of the stuff. We're still not, you know, amazing on silicon poly, which is fine. I can't boost the arc furnaces. What are you waiting on? Quartz. Groundwater pump has no resources to extract. More importantly, let's check over here and see how this water's going. It's starting to lower up a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these boys back on. Get that going again. Low, yep. No crude oil, yep. We have a lot of medium. We have a lot of heavy. How are we on diesel? We're looking great. Low or light, whatever. Things are actually starting to normalize. Oh my gosh. By normalize, I mean we've kind of tipped the scales enough that I think we found a decent balance of things, which is nice. You have nothing else to mine. That is very true. I'll just keep the game going. I think we've got a fair amount of coal at the moment. Yes, it is this button. Wow. Bosh moi, look at all that. Alright. Mining designation. Brrrp. And, just... I really wish when I clicked mining designation it would remove the bar, but that's okay. It's a nitpicky thing that's on me. It's not that big of a deal. How about that? That'll keep you going. And then where are you dumping? You're dumping there. What can be dumped here? Notify if cannot dispose. I would actually like rock. No disposing of rock. No disposing of rock. I would like you to add that. It's a bit of a trek. I could actually just do another stone here. I really like keeping stuff localized. If that makes sense. Okay, I think that'll do. We will upgrade you. We'll upgrade you. And I'm going to build another storage. Nope. Cancel, okay, thanks. No exports, thanks. Yep. And that'll assign itself the second it gets built. Amazing, cool. So, we're starting to stockpile on some rocks. We're still good on iron, I think. We haven't gotten an iron warning in ages. Stuff is good. I almost want to be like, all right, I'm not touching anything else. We're done. We're done. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for gaming with me here. But we're not touching anything else ever again. That would be funny, but nope. I keep holding shift as if I can drag these items. Just gonna get a bunch of this built. Every few minutes that we build another solar, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Let's double check on our lab work. I think we've gotten everything done all the way. It's been a while since we've checked. Yes, we're all the way caught up. It's time for new labs, which I cannot afford. Now, what I wouldn't mind to do also is start to build... Yep, check all that. Never mind. I can't build any of that. Haha. I'm almost terrified to change anything. I'll be completely honest. Alright, where are we at here? Wasn't there an upgrade? Okay, we did do the extra fuel tank. I think we have everything maxed out. We got the best gun, we got the best armor. Yep. And you're 560. Yeah, we've tried fighting a 610, I think it was, and we won the first fight, but we lost the second fight. One with a 610, one with a 610, 990, yowza, 610, 990, 990. Let's actually take a quick look. Are there any places I want to transfer stuff? Increasing our reputation. These are some neat deals, I would assume, but there's nothing I really need here. We do have uranium, do we not? Or is that something I need to actively trade for? That's limestone, I think. Yep. This is quartz. We're going to double that up. Is this uranium? That's sulfur, which I 0% need. That was a slow burn process that has been burning. Humorously enough. That's oil. Is that uranium? It's a rock mine. Might be too tired or I'm just daft. That's quartz. Oil, oil, coal. Water, sulfur. Rock, oil, quartz. Coal. That's uranium. Ah. Start repairs. Okay. We can start getting that going on. And load the ship. Alright. Poof. We can get that mining started at level 1. We don't need a ton of it right now. It can take its time. And that can build up over time. Because I'm not ready to accept it at this moment anyway, so no big deal on that. Yeah, things are looking real good. We were in a lot of danger zone before, but I think things are looking good. And I'm actually going to take a break right now. Stay tuned. I'm just going to go get some more coffee. Alright, fresh cup of coffee. Everything's looking fine. Downloading cargo for uranium mine. Excellent. It is this guy. Deliver cargo. Thank you very much. Yeah, in these calm moments, this is when we take a little extra time and keep investing in what we've got going on. I think it's a fair take. You know, building out more infrastructure, building out more... Oh yeah, this... All this can get resumed. Building out more infrastructure, making sure that we've got recycling taken care of, and just like kind of dotting every I, crossing all the T's, stuff like that. And last time I checked, we were at like 350 rock. So that's coming in very nicely. How's the deconstruction process coming? Now, hopefully this is exposing fresh dirt, allowing me for more farms. Seems legit to me, yeah. So, why does it say plus 10? Oh, right, we're at plus 10 here. This is plus 2, right? So, if you really zoom out and think about it, we could bulldoze a ton more land and get a lot more going on here. That better? Okay. Just 1x, please. Thanks. 2 every 20. Wow. That does not seem like a lot. Let's try 610 again. So we've got a couple things unitied up, and we're still, I mean, we're not losing nearly as much as we were. Yep, light oil's pretty caught up. Heavy oil still doing a thing. Groundwater pump has no resources to extract, which is fine. I'm actually just going to pause one of you. There's no point in both of you running. It's wasting power, and it's wasting workforce. That's a lot of taters. Awesome. Ship in battle. popping a gun early saves it so neatly. Yep, you're done. Thanks for playing. Cool. There's nothing else over here. That's completely fine. Come on back. Ship in battle, not no more, it ain't. Yeah, I already have one of these to... what if we change this? Wait, what cycle are we in right now? Okay. See, it's weird how that doesn't change the average production at all. Huh. Excellent. I don't know what I expected by pushing that button. It's a funny little button. I don't know what I expected. That can get undone. Are we on bread? Bread's really the thing I care about. People can't eat wheat. So as long as our bread stocks are full, I don't really care how the rest of this pans out. It's completely fine. Let's go ahead and design this up a bit. So 2 is the height I want. Okay, that looked like it was higher from that angle view. Are these resources? Are these rocks, or is this limestone, or what is this? It's just rocks. It's nothing. Cool. Ship repaired. Organic fertilizer is low. As in empty. Not the end of the world. The 3 areas that are using those fertilizers are looking good, so I'm not super worried about that. Low ammonia. Okay, so now here is when we're going to shut off our ammonia to hydrogen. How is our hydrogen anyway? Like, stable. Like, I'm not making any more hydrogen, so that's not bad. I'm actually going to tap out 2 of you. Yeah, let the exhaust all kick out. There we go. Nice. Okay, that should build us up a little bit more ammonia. Naphtha looks good. Water's looking good. Yeah. How much groundwater resource do we have? Boop. 59? I mean, great. Works for me. Health is good. Even with air pollution as high as it is. I'd love to build a unified area to deal with exhaust or whatever. Is it just called exhaust? Exhaust. See, it just produces exhaust. And then... Holy crap. Yes, it is producing air pollution. So exhaust can be turned into... Yeah, with water we get carbon dioxide. And then carbon dioxide we turn into... We can't turn into graphite yet. That's what I've been waiting on, actually. Something to actually use it on. We can make fuel gas with hydrogen, which we've already been down that road. That doesn't make any sense. So if I could cheese any amount of technology, it'd be that carbon scrubbing, because that would save me coal that we're turning into graphite. We could turn a ton of this exhaust to just build like an exhaust sector and just pipe all that crap into one spot. That would reduce a ton of air pollution, but we're not quite there yet. So we'll just have to grin and bear it for now. How are we on solars? We're out of solars because I think I queued up a bunch to be built here, yeah? Oh, we're looking great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. That's 25. We're at 27 now. 27 times... What's our power at? 32. 864 kilowatts. Now we'll multiply that by 1.05. 907. That's not bad. 27 times 32, and then times 1.15, which is the second solar upgrade. Almost a megawatt. That's a megawatt of free energy that we are not using any amount of any resources to produce. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not, obviously not as great as this, but a megawatt gets us a lot farther of using these guys. Where are you? These guys, right? Your priority is 11. That also would reduce some air pollution as well. Your priority, production 1. Yep, we should always, 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 always be using solar panels first if possible. So that makes perfect sense on that. I think what I'm tempted to do is shift pivot this to up there. So let's pause a second here. I would like another mining control tower, or just this one's fine. What are you doing? Oh, right, you're controlling that. I don't know how far we can have control towers away from stuff, but I think what I'd like is I'd like another one here. Let's just quick deliver it. Okay, very good. So what I would like is I would like this to all be flat. So, how would this work? A flat mining designation like this, and a flat dumping designation like this. I would also honestly really like to redo some of my shipping things. Okay, yep, you're clear for entry and departure. No problem. Okay, so let's edit the area. Badorp. I can't edit that far. Oh, hey, I wasn't done, fool. Get back over here. That'll do. Okay. Let's see. You can't dump rocks here. I don't care about rocks. What I do care about is an assigned route of that. So I wonder if this is going to be good enough for what I want. Might not need a ton of trucks. Where's our this? 1, 2, and a whole mess. Let's try that. And this is all limestone, is it not? It is very much all limestone, so I can't just demolish that. The excavator should be able to make it, no problemo. They'll have to go around? How is this going to work? I'm genuinely curious. How's this going to work? Oh, they can go around. Yep, no problem. Groundwater resources getting low. Of course it is. Yep, same deal. Same deal. We're doing good on fertilizer. I'm glad our consumption is less. We're very good on potatoes. Is there another one I'm willing to shift over from? Yeah, there is. Boop. Just a like of that. I have not been mining copper. Oh, yeah, we have. Oh, yeah, we have. Okay, so here's the deal on this. Hello? Hey. Meh. Meh. And meh. And, that's all doing that. How much impure do we have? Not a lot, but there's no need for me to keep all this running if I don't need it. Okay, so is this doing what I'm hoping? Trucks arrive. You're gonna pull mostly rock. Yep, and rock is gonna be taken away. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Yeah, looking real forward to this, for sure. Oh, awesome. I should have started a project like this a while ago, but I didn't know we would be cranking on solar so quick. This is still nice, though. I'm going to be able to sift out the garbage, and I want garbage here only. Slag and slag crushed, I guess is fine. I don't want to store slag again. It seemed like a pain in the butt, and not fun. Not fun for me, not fun for you, not fun for anybody. Wait, is that right? Yes, the camera slant looks a little weird, but yeah. It's good. Looks super good. I could just watch that, honestly. Like, I mean, I could sit here for 2 hours and just watch that one process. That's how good that looks. It looks very, very good. That's all still kicking off real hard. You know, I bet you some of the logic of you can't Unity some of these structures is because how power hungry they are. If I recall in the tooltips, Unity prevents power consumption. So, you know, powering an arc furnace with the power of friendship seems kind of weird to me. Not sure why. Oh, I know, because it's a load. Low hydrogen. Okay, how is our ammonia then? Ammonia could use a little bit of a leg up, so I'm just going to resume one of these things. Boop. But that's still working out nicely, right? This is all light oil? Wow. I don't mind, as long as it's not full, right? We have a notification? Cool. We actually worked through all of that medium. That's nuts. And we're not getting any new oil? What's our oil situation here? You're at 4x, that's fine. You're at 2x, that's fine. You're at 4x, that's fine. What's your reserve status? Oh, yeah. Upgrade that immediately. Hi. Yep. Okay, thanks, bye. Can we safely disable more of these diesels? They're being disabled more or less because they're set to such a low power priority. These take what? 2 workers? Okay, that's not that bad. And we're power stalling a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to power stall. We're just going to leave it for a little bit. Now, this is more my point, right? If I were to turn on the secondary generator system we set up, that eats up a ton of fuel gas, which I'm not really feeling right now. Not really feeling it. Looks like we're actually keeping up on coal for a bit, which is nice. Oh, you guys done already? Oh, snap doodles, you are done already. Okay. Alright. 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 How do I want this to go now? Can we flat that? Is that a thing that can happen? Unloading for oil rig. Toot toot. I don't know if you can reach that or not. Feels like you can. It feels like you can. I was hoping to start cracking on Garbage Mountain here, but we have a ton of sulfur I don't really have the ability to displace. Oh, hey, no rock. Right there, okay, thanks. No rock. So after we flatline this a little bit, that actually builds up a lot of room. We'll go back to Garbage Mountain full of garbage. And then we'll start piping it over here. I think this is a little more important because we're expanding in solar so much. This actually did just buy us a lot of room though, which is cool. Mine has no area. Yep, I knew that was going to be the thing. Okay. Let's resume back to where we were. Let's let all the trucks deliver what they got to deliver. Let's have everyone come back nice and clean, and then we'll start back up. Aren't you rocking it? Where are you going with that? Where are you going with that? Okay. To get fuel. Buddy, you could have dropped this off on the way. Okay. Okay, grand. Okay, at least I didn't want to see it dumping somewhere and be like, why the heck? Okay. So, none of that. We're going to switch this back to dumping. And we're going to do something like this. And we're going to change the designation. This can get norked and norked. And hello, how are you today? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're doing swell. Boop. Cool. So now, we re-resume these operations. 1, 2, and a whole mess. So, dirt, slag, waste. Dirt, slag, waste can go there. This should also be designating rock. And actually, we're going to unassign that guy. And we're going to assign that guy. And everything should just be Autobots roll out kind of stuff, right? I wouldn't mind another excavator. The heck is my... Okay, there it is. Wouldn't mind another big boy excavator for big boy guys. I don't need more trucks. Trucks require maintenance. Do they not? Yep. So having a bunch of idle stuff floating around doesn't do me any favors. How are we on scrap? Not very good. I keep hitting tab for reasons. Lumber is a resource that we can just turn into these two key components, and I'd rather do that. There we go. Keep that lumber ship going, yeah? What I really want to get into is everything coming around full circle. So when we started the game, we needed coal, right? That's one of the core materials we needed. We did it with a coal maker. It turned wood into coal and exhaust. Now that exhaust can then be turned into water. Exhaust can be turned into sulfur, carbon dioxide, and steam low. That steam low can be turned right back into water if we need to, or we can use it for power. The carbon dioxide can be turned right into graphite. So there's quite a bit of cool stuff we can do with that, but that would infinite loop us some coal. Now granted, we're on the constraint of how much wood we're bringing in, but it still would be kind of neat being able to turn that whole thing into just different products into different products into different products, and you get the idea we're going for here. I'm going to need way, way more trucks, I feel, assigned to this route specifically. I want to do this with some priority, for sure. Oh, let's clean this up a bit. Edit area, Bazorp. And let's pause a second here. This goes away. All that goes away. This was all fun and everything, and it was a good temporary, but I don't want it anymore. And if I were to play the game again, and trust me, I will be, this game's a right banger. I love it. What I would honestly should have done was I should have just bit the bullet, dumped this into the ocean so we had more buildable space. I didn't do that because I kind of set the cost in my... Whoa, where are you going? They do dumping? Mining? What's going on here? Oh, I guess you guys like starting in a corner or something. What was I saying? Oh, I was dumping here, like making landfill on the land because I thought it would reduce the cost of the trucks. We wouldn't have to be going all the way to the other side of Narnia to dump off a little bit of garbage to then come all the way back. It was a painful thing, I thought, if I were to go all the way to the other side of the island. Now we've got more trucks. Our trucks hold more crap. I'm just going to go a little ham on this. Yeah, we're looking pretty good now. We can terraform much faster, much more efficiently and everything. So all this, I'm hoping to sift out a ton of rock from it, which is another resource that we need. Actually, I could probably dump just the rock somewhere else, but I wouldn't mind having it stored. So that's why we've got this little circuit going on here. I should expand that, but that's a nice little storage hall. This sulfur is another nest egg I got to deal with eventually. But things are looking good. We've got a lot more solar area. I'm hoping to like double up, triple up this going up, and then another boat system, maybe another boat system here. But we've got a lot of potential going on, and I know it doesn't seem like we've made massive changes, but hey, we've stabilized pretty nicely. I'm pretty darn happy about that. So I call that a win. Anyway, let's call this an episode here. Thank you all for joining me. My name is JohnMegacycle. Another episode of Captain of Industry is in the books, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.